Okay, so if you remember, part of your assignment is to have your name and the year on your ornament. Now, if you're choosing to do something that's a flat-sided ornament, it's really easier to put your name on it. Like if I were to do this, I could put my name on the heart just straight across the middle. Let me see. You can see the name. If it loads, see, look, there it is. Isn't that cute? So you can see I put all of my letters and my name and the year right there, just flat on. Very similar to how you've done the keychain in the past. Let's go back and look at some of my other designs. If you did the tree, some suggestions, you could put your name, if it ever loads. Oh, now it loads as I click, of course. You could put your name like across this so the letters stand out. You could put your letters across the bottom, like put a block at the bottom. The letters, you have to make sure you are using each individual letter when you're doing this kind of thing. You cannot use the text tool. So with the text tool, you can't treat each letter individually and change the rotation. So you have to go to Design Starters, and here are the letters just like what you used in your keychain project. So like if this is my G and I want to put it like right there, I will take it, I'll rotate it this direction. So I want to go to 90, and you can just click there and type. And then the cone is what drags it up. And I like to drag it to about the height I want and then use my arrow keys. So I'm using my arrow keys to move it over. Then I'm not accidentally dragging something else. So you can see, you know what, this isn't high enough, so I'm going to drag it up a little bit higher. And I'm going to arrow it over. Still a little funky. Oh, wait, undo. That was not what I wanted. So you can make it a little higher, bring it forward a little bit, arrow over. What you really need to make sure you do is that you rotate all the way around. So let me grab this and move this over. You want to rotate all the way around and look. So I can see right here at this spot, my G is intersecting with my tree. I have to be careful because if this was this far over, it kind of looks like it's touching, but if we rotate around, right there, it is not attached anymore. So remember, grouped and attached are two different things. You have to make sure that your letters are physically attached to your ornament that you're printing. Okay? Okay, so now let's talk about the sphere. If you are doing the sphere, you're going to have to put your name on it and year on it, just like I said. So to get your name, again, you're not using the text tool. You're going to go to Design Starters, and then you're going to click Letters and Numbers, and then you're going to pull out your letters for your name. So let's get all these letters out. I have a long name. You know that? 6. Oh, there we go. D. A. Okay. Some things you want to do. You want to align these so they're all. Oh, I forgot my other A. I have 3 A's in the name. You want to align them so they're all flat along the bottom. And then you want to make sure that they are evenly spaced ish. A little off. You want to use your arrow keys, not your mouse. And then you want to group this, and you're going to ungroup this later, but you need to group it so that it's just easier to deal with. Okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this name around the ornament. But in order to do that, I need to rotate. So I'm going to click this arrow, the one that's over here. We're going to click this, and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. And you can click and rotate. Sometimes it's harder. Sometimes the trick is just typing 90 in that box, and then it rotates. And then you want to drag, you know what, actually we're going to change the height of this. Instead of 11, we're going to make it 10. There we go. This works a little better. We're going to take the cone and we're going to drag it up somewhere about the middle. 15. 15 looks good. I'm going to eyeball it. 15's great. And then I'm going to line up my center, not my center letter, my A. Because I don't really have a center letter, but we're going to work with the A. So now, and you can see as I move this forward and backwards, and I'm going to use the arrow key. If I move it, I'm pressing the down arrow key right now. If I press the down arrow key, it's moving it away from my sphere. But if I press the up arrow key, it moves it into my sphere. And you want to rotate around, because if you look, it's still not in there. So I need to keep pressing the arrow key until my letter is in the sphere. And I'm only looking at my A right now. So once I've got my A where I want my A, so that the top and the bottom of my letter is touching, intersecting the sphere. I'm good. And then I need to ungroup it. So now I'm going to ungroup it so I can treat each letter as its own individual. So then you work your way around, you go to the next letter, and you want to use this arrow right here, and you want to rotate it. And then you're going to use your arrow keys to move your letter in. And you want the top of your letter and the bottom of your letter. That was a little loud, sorry if you had headphones on. The top and the bottom of your letter intersecting with your sphere. So you might need to arrow in one more. You might need to rotate a little bit more. It's kind of whatever you need to do to get it to work. So then my M's connected. So it needs to go in a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Now we need to get the A in. So I'm going to arrow it all the way back. I'm going to use my rotating. I'm going to rotate that thing. And then I'm going to arrow key it in. Oh, now it's intersecting that. So I'm going to use the other arrow key. And again, I am using arrow keys except when I'm rotating. And when I'm rotating, I'm going to click that little arrow. Oh, there we go. So now that's intersected. Now I got to go back over here and deal with the other three letters of my name. So we're going to arrow it back. Now my D is probably going to be in the way. So let me rotate around my view. I'm going to... Oh, it's not letting me drag. Here comes the train. Choo choo. You'll hear it in a minute. Oh, hear it now? So I'm rotating it around till it intersects, and I use my arrow keys to move it in. How I want it. So again, there you go. Is it connected the top and bottom? Yup. Okay, now we're going to take care of the D. So we're going to move this back. Again, use your arrow keys. And then we're going to rotate it. And then I'm going to move it back. Wrong arrow keys. There we go. Let me see. Is this all connected? Yep. All that's left is my last A. So arrow. Back to where I want it. Spinny, spinny, spinny. And arrow some more. Arrow a little bit more. Just rotate a little bit more to get the curve. Okay. Arrow, arrow, arrow. Arrow, arrow, arrow. I'll rotate a little bit more. Here. There we go. Okay. So, top of my letter, bottom of my letters. Are they all attached? There is no space. So when I say space would be, like, it looks like it might be detached, but if I rotate around, no, that's bad. So undo, make sure that's connected. Okay, and then you're gonna group it all together. Group, bloop. Okay, then you also need to get the year on here. So what I like to do, I'll take the year, and I'm actually gonna make the year a whole. So there's my letters. By the way, it's 2021 this year that you're watching the video. I might reuse this video next year for 2022. Who knows? So we're going to take these numbers. We're going to line them all up. Okay. We're going to group them. And then we're going to rotate them so that they're facing the right direction. I'm going to make these smaller because I don't want it super big on my ornament. And then we need to rotate this so it's 90 degrees. And we're going to use the cone to lift it up off the workplace. I'm going to use our arrow keys. arrow this all the way back to my ornament. Okay, and I want this to be higher. Oh, nope, 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 no, that's bad. I'm gonna make it a little bit higher. This is too tall. Shrink. Shrinky dink. Because I want this small. The year is not as important as my name is. Now, if I rotate around, it's sort of intersected. So let's ungroup that. And let me move my 1 in a little bit more. That's too much. Just a little bit more. So the top and bottom of it is intersected. Okay. And then group it all together. You know how to do all that. Group it all together. And again, double check. Zoom out, rotate around, and make sure that there is nothing floating and everything is nice and connected to your ornament. There's no gaps, because at this point I will be looking at it and giving you feedback that needs to be corrected before you send it to the printer. Don't send it to the printer this week. Wait until next week to send it to the printer. Okay? Oh yeah. You're going to have to name it something. Make sure you look on Canvas to see what it's named. So then once you have this, how you want it, you go over here, you click this. Now, pay attention right here. It says about 301 hours until the link expires. You just copy the link and you paste the link. Now, I've done this on some of your guys' Chromebooks. When you click generate new link, sometimes it says something about this link is valid for 0 hours. If it says something about 0 hours, that's not going to work. You're going to have to restart your computer and do it again. So again, copy link, 336 hours. Square has a long time to look at your link. So copy your link and go paste your link and submit it on Canvas. Okie dokies.